Welcome back to Bitcoin Advisors. My name is Chris, bringing it to you here from a beautiful Westlake Village, California, where it is still dark. It is nice and early. And yes, we made it a Friday. Thank God it's Friday. But really, I don't want this week to even end. It's been such a good week. When you make it to Friday, and honestly, it still feels like it's Monday, that's a good thing. Anyways, we've been talking about a few things over the past couple of days. Bitcoin in a range, and I'm just going to throw Bitcoin on the screen back there. Caught in a range here between, it's more clearly seen on CMEs, between 56 and 59,000. And yeah, I think there are some sombering details on the board, but also some very good things. And we got the Fear and Greed Index coming in here at a 31. Open interest still at all-time highs, leverage at all-time highs, and global inflows to exchanges at record highs the last 2 days. So, why do you think people are putting coins back on exchanges, right? So they can buy more Bitcoin or get more leverage. Maybe they're going to trade their Bitcoin for Ethereum. Who knows? But that is the case. More coins are coming out of storage back on exchanges at the moment right now. So I do think that Bitcoin is due for a bounce to put in a rally, a bounce from where we're at right now. I think we're much more likely to bounce from here and put in a rally. And then, and could it come from right here or from slightly lower? I think yes, regardless whether you're bullish or bearish, Bitcoin very, very likely puts in that bounce. But before we, really get any explosive price action, right? So a break of this range or this range, and that's where the next, kind of explosive move is going to come when we break 59 or we break 53. So again, ranging here between, call it 56.5 and 59.5 on the CME, which has about $100 to $200 premium over spot. So again, targets, if we can break back up here above 59,000, we're going to play lower high watch or not at 64 or 65,000. And if we break 53, that'll look pretty nasty for a move back down to 48. And again, this is not resolved. And we were looking at this kind of falling wedge pattern here yesterday. This is not going to be resolved until Bitcoin can close above, call it 59,000 on a 4-hour at a minimum. And that is that for Bitcoin today. Ethereum, let's look at Ethereum on a 4-hour. So we did have what's called a descending triangle here, and we hit the measure move almost exactly there. So the big question is this going to be a failure or not? And where do the bear traps usually come in here? Right at the 618, which is pretty much exactly where we topped out at 46,650. So if Bitcoin or if Ethereum wants to come back down here and close below 4,400, that's going to look pretty bad and a failure. I'd expect some lower lows at that point. But I don't necessarily think that is what is happening right now. So if we can get a closure, and I would say a daily closure, just back above here. Let's see if I can clean this up a little bit. I'm going to take that off. Yeah. So if we can get a daily closure back above 4650, I am going to look for, us to reach the top side of the range at 4700, maybe a small pullback there. But I do imagine we probably march ourselves onwards and upwards from there. And especially if we can get back above 4800, I'd expect that target of about 5500 to get hit pretty quick. And that, again, so if we get the daily closure back above 4650, I'm looking for some new all-time highs over the next week or two. We do have a great setup here. And a couple altcoins I'll just bring to our attention here today. Again, this isn't an endorsement or any kind of financial advice. It's just something that I'm looking at here. But we have Matic here that is kind of on a macro breakout. If we put this on a weekly and we look here, this weekly range just got broke. Whoops. So the weekly range is getting, destroyed here, and this has been baking for back since May, so about 8 months. And as this gets resolved, the technical target on something like this is going to put you up at about $3, and we're at 233 right now. So, weekly closure comes in 2 days and 10 hours. And what else? The other one I wanted to bring up was called Luna. Another one trending right now, macro breakout. This one could be pretty toppy here, but on the weekly, you got, Stokes crossing up, and you got, this RSI, which is canceling out the bearish divergence there. You will have 1 point of bearish divergence if we can't get back above here. So, yeah, I'd be keeping an eye on that. But other than that, that thing is just rallying to the moon right now on a 4 hour, the Stokes are in the critical zone, so that's bullish. But if you go down to kind of a 1 hour, we've got volatility increasing, Stokes just winding up here in the critical zone, and the RSI just stuck in the bullish control zone. And then you've got this just nice, uptrend, right? Higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. So, the old saying, let the trend be your friend. But these are the type of assets where you can get you could lose 50 to 90% of your stack. But, if you can get in early, right, on the breakout, which would have been somewhere around there probably, or right here on the daily, as soon as we broke out there. And I did do a fib retracement here. So, we clearly got above the 618 and closed above on a daily. So the next target on that thing is $79. And, probably could see a pullback any day now. So, sadly, it's probably not the best time to jump on in that one. Yeah. So what else happened today? U.S. Job growth. U.S. job growth missed expectations in November, and sadly to say, that is kind of what we wanted. Powell to take back his words about beginning to taper sooner than later. Why? Because risk on assets like stocks and crypto probably get hurt, as they start to suck the liquidity out of the market. That's just typically how it goes, but. And then additionally, you got the variant and the bad job numbers, and I'm willing to bet, the taper slows or gets kicked down the road again. So that's it for today, guys. We'll be keeping an eye on everything. Hope you have a blessed day. Take care.